Welcome back to my channel and welcome to part 2 of Vision in 2025. So you've sat with God. He has given you his focus for the year is. Now we are going to plan out the year. We are going to set our goals for the year. I need you to understand this. Like I said in my previous video, his focus of the year can be plugged normally, oftentimes, is plugged into your year. So I'm going to use last year's focus for me, which was procrastination. So with procrastination, this was how it played into my goals for 2025. So my spiritual goals was to further build my relationship with God. My wealth goals or my finance goal was to get more money. I didn't have a specific amount. I just knew I wanted to make more money than I made last year. Rookie mistake. I just knew I wanted to make more money than I made last year. Another one was building a relationship with myself. Another one was content creation. His focus, procrastination, plays into each and every one of these goals. How do I mean? Building a relationship with God requires time. Outside of it requiring time, it also requires that you show up when you're supposed to show up, dealing with procrastination. So I joined a community, Immerse. It has my whole heart. That's my home. So I joined Immerse, seeking to deal with that procrastination. And there were a number of people that also had the same thing. I formed my own special community of 4 sisters where we were trying to work on procrastination and deal with procrastination. So what that looked like was sharing our to-do list for the day, which was in line with my goal for the year. Share our to-do list for the day, have weekly reviews, and having chats here and there pertaining to our goals and our vision for the year. It helped me so much in the sense that I had a community of like-minded people that were trying to attain the same goal. Dealing with procrastination, showing up when you're supposed to show up. And that caused a ripple effect. That caused me to show up, to spend time with God in prayer, in quiet time, in journaling, to show up in terms of work and putting myself out there and applying for certain gigs, to show up and hence increase my finances, to show up in terms of content creation and doing what I said I wanted to do pertaining to content creation, starting a YouTube channel and all of those things. As I said, always his focus for you can be a place into every aspect and area of your life. So when you find out his focus for you and you decide on your goals for the month, for the year, find how the focus links into your goal. So I sat with some ladies over the weekend looking at their vision for 2025. We were talking through it and looking at it. And one lady's own was time management. And I showed her how it showed up in every aspect of her spiritual goals, her financial goals, her personal development goals. It shows up in the sense that you would have to structure your time well enough to show up for those goals. So that is how you pull his focus into your goals for the year. Because I said his focus always affects all aspects of your life and your goals for the year concerning those aspects of your lives. And it has a way it plays in. Now, the next thing is setting the goals. How do you set the goals? We've all had SMART goals: specific, measurable, attainable. I've forgotten what the R is. I've forgotten what the T is. But we know what SMART goals are. Your goals must be very specific. Very, very specific. It must have a timeline to it. It must have a target. It has to be measurable. One of the ladies I sat with was saying she wanted optimum health in 2025. And I asked her, what does optimum health look like? Optimum health for you will be different from optimum health for me. For you, optimum health may look like putting on some weight. For me, optimum health is losing some weight. So you must ensure and make sure that your goals are not so broad. It must be specific. I want to lose 20 kilograms by the end of June 2025. I want to earn 10,000 Ghana cedis every month by the end of 2025. I want to spend time sitting with God at least 3 times in a week by the end of 2025. These are specific, there is a target, they are measurable, and they have timelines. Don't set goals that are so broad. You would have no way of measuring them to know if you made progress or you achieved it. So always remember to set very specific goals that are measurable, that have a timeline, and that has a target. Another thing I have seen that helped me achieve my goals in 2024 was the systems and routines I set around my goal. Now, the systems and the routines you set around your goal is what will help you achieve your goal. It's not the goal in itself. The goal in itself is like the vision or the end point. But your systems and your routine is the map that leads you there. You don't set a goal without having a system for the goal. You have to set systems and routines around your goal, because that is what will help you achieve those goals. So for example, I want to lose 20 kg by the end of 2025. Underneath it, your action plans would be to move my body 3 times a week, to cook nutritious, dense, healthy foods, to stay away from processed sugar. Now, these are the systems or the routines you create around these things. You create a system or a routine where you go for shopping, grocery shopping once a month. You have a list of foods, ingredients you buy that you stick to. That's a system you've put in place. That's a routine you've put in place. So once a month you go for grocery shopping, you come home, you do meal prep for a week, weekly or bi-weekly or monthly, whichever way that works for you. That's a system and a routine you have built around your goal. You cannot achieve your goals without a system or a routine. Writing out a goal without putting a system or a routine by it is like wishing you would lose weight by just dreaming or thinking of it, or writing it down. You have to put a system around it. You have to put a routine around it. One of my goals for 2025 is to build a solid relationship with God. My routine around it is this: before I go to bed every day, I set up my journal table with my journal, my Bible, and my Bible study book. All of these things are open on my desk. My phone doesn't stay on the bed with me. My phone sits somewhere else, because I know how tempting it is to pick your phone the first thing in the morning. So when I wake up, before I touch my phone, I'm sitting on my desk, and my desk is right next to my bed. That is a system. That is a routine to help me achieve the goal. You do not set the goals and don't create systems around it and don't create routines around it. You will not be able to achieve them. And I will do another video talking in depth on how to create systems and routines. Now, Another thing you must do in order to achieve your goals in 2025 is to do monthly reviews. That helped me a lot in 2024. Monthly reviews. This was the goal I had at the beginning of the year. Where have I gotten to? What has been hindering me? What are the ones I've been able to achieve? Which ones have I not been able to achieve? What caused me to achieve these ones? What caused me to make progress in these ones? What is hindering my progress in these ones? Like I always say, data always helps you to achieve more, because data will let you know what's working and what's not working. So always have monthly reviews. You take your goals, your vision for 2025, your goals for 2025, and you do an introspection every month. Where have I got into in terms of spirituality? Where have I got into in terms of finances? Where have I got into in terms of weight? Where have I got into, in terms of health? Where have I got into in terms of business? Where have I got into in terms of career? These things, these monthly reviews will keep you on your toes and keep the vision at the forefront of your mind's eye, so that it's constantly on top of mind and you constantly work towards it. And another thing is this: your vision for 2025 and your goals for 2025 has quarterly buckets in it, has monthly buckets in it, has weekly buckets in it, and has daily buckets in it. From the year, you draw to make the quarters. From the quarters, you draw to make the month. From the month, you draw to make the week. From the week, you draw to make the day. And I'll do a full video explaining that. Actually, I'm going to do a full planning or visioning 2025 session where we are going to do a vision board for someone or anyone, and we'll walk through it, and I'll walk through these steps I have given in this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, and share, and see you at my next video.